weary friends? Do you enjoy a horrifyingly good time? Don't be shy. Of course you do. Let me prepare a spot for you in the upcoming review. Wait right here. Where do you think you're going, my friend? The show is just about to begin. The, Gregory Horror Show. Behold this short-running 3D anime series that ran in Japan, and then came to America. This unique series is composed of short 2 to 3 minute long episodes. It then spawned 2 more seasons, a video game, and a special. And still, you've probably never heard of the show. Well, that's why I'm here to enlighten you. This is my first series review, so to change things up a little bit, I'm going to give you the gist of the happenings and then move on to the quote-unquote scares. And I say quote-unquote because for better or worse, this is a creepy cartoon that has its eerie moments among its goofy moments.
I just can't seem to shake this splitting headache.
I'm looking at the series not just to analyze the scares, but the potential scares. Techniques that are viable for future projects that I do. So, with that in mind, let's begin.
What am I doing walking through this forest?
We're starting off proper with our main protagonist lost, and maybe a little drunk, who knows. He finds an ominous fog-shrouded inn in the middle of nowhere where he meets our host.
A mouse!
I probably shouldn't scare people like that.
Well, that probably goes without saying.
What I see in your face is not a desire for sleep. It's a desire for death. Just kidding.
I'm not so sure that he was.
Real fucking funny. Hi, stranger, who will probably kill me in my sleep. Let's joke about my imminent doom. Ha ha ha! Fuck you, I'm out!
The two are twins, you know.
They don't look anything alike.
I'll go and prepare your room. You settle in and make yourself comfortable.
I should probably run or something, but I seem to be firmly planted right here for some reason.
Well, that can't be good. Maybe I'll just...
Those stairs get me every time.
As threatening as you are, I do appreciate your insatiable dark sense of humor. I am a gentleman with a refined palate for lols.
It's time for me to show you to your room.
So our main hero is shown to his room, complete with bed, closet, and puke stain.
Oh, that. The previous guest had an accident.
I'm not so sure you know how to sell your pitches here, Mr. Gregory.
You'll want to keep this closed, my friend. And if you must open that, be prepared for the consequences. Enjoy your stay.
Well, so far the room and service are subpar at best, but a free continental breakfast could earn you an extra star on Yelp.
Well, let's just put away our things and...
Again!
Do not under any circumstances go peeking into the other rooms.
I don't think we don't have a problem with that.
I'm so startled.
Especially with the sounds of my neighbor, Neko Zombie, an undead cat who's always hungry.
So hungry!
But how did he get that way?
Someone took a needle and sewed everything shut. His eyes, his mouth.
Wait, what?
May I suggest that you keep your door locked? It would be unfortunate for you to wake up one morning and discover that your eyes won't open.
Well, from here, the series becomes episodic, having strange encounters with bizarre characters and outlandish situations. For example, the clock man, who can't reverse time for our hero back enough, a lizard nurse named Catherine, who has a fetish for blood.
It's been such a long time since I've taken human blood.
Gross. A girl looking for her dolly.
She doesn't realize that she herself is the doll for which she's searching.
A black mage-looking chef that serves our hero soup made from the previous guest. A Mexican stereotype. A dog pixie with a split personality. A wine and dine zombie. And several more. The most important recurring character is this party hat-wearing fanged orange-faced Libra monstrosity who has two low-hanging
balls of steel.
Which will you choose?
Judgment Boy's purpose is to make the main hero question his morality and actions.
Judgment now!
Making us, as the audience, realize his motivations clearer as we come closer to the end.
It was your choice. You get to live with it.
In fact, every episode either unsettling, charmingly creepy, or outright goofy, somehow manages to squeeze in a setup and deliver some melancholy piece of philosophy all within 2 minutes.
Are you your own master, or are your strings being pulled by a long-forgotten connection with another?
Pretty impressive. At the center of all these horrors, of course, is Gregory. It's as if he stirs up all these nightmares, like a regular Freddy Krueger. In fact, he's even wearing the shirt. See? See? So what is his motivation? Gregory lures in lost souls to, collect their souls. Why? So his mama can consume them to stay young.
Well, obviously.
I do hear human souls are delicious.
Listen to their screams! Listen to their screams! The cries of these pathetic souls!
Then our main hero winds up in a room of mirrors, but finds he can't see his own reflection. A talking cabinet pops out of one of the mirrors.
It means that you are really nothing.
Rude.
Yet you have no substance. Is one mirror that will show you who you really are. Form of your true self.
Huh? Huh? What does it mean? Being controlled? Possessed? Is Gregory even real? Or is he meta?
I only exist because of you.
Whoa. Either way, that's a cool design, like a throwback to a Goosebumps cover. He also sees a floating TV headfish, because narcotics. On the TV, we see a little boy, which is clued to be the hero's son in the outside world.
Huh? You want to know why the reception was so bad? That's because that image is your own memory, my friend.
Rather than trying to watch some fading memories, I recommend the Gregory Horror Show.
Ah, he said the title. We did it, folks!
He finds an escape route thanks to a guard parrot and a talking safe.
Just go with it.
He flees down a hallway of TVs with a dead end, trapped. But he's helped by a flying pixie dog.
Now I want you to remember something. There was always a way out, right from the start. You just couldn't see it.
That sounds metaphorical.
Psychology.
But ultimately, he winds up back at his room. As our hero seems ready to quit, Neko Zombie helps him out.
What you see here is what you want to see. Don't forget there are people waiting for you at home.
The decision is up to you. Are you going or not?
So our hero does flee, but with a more indifferent tone.
Heaven or hell? At this point, it doesn't really matter. As long as the decision is mine.
And ho! Lo and behold, he is approached by many Judgment Boys, including a beefed-up Super Saiyan Judgment Boy.
What are you going to do? What are you gonna do? What are you going to do? What are you gonna do?
Yes. You are walking your own path for the very first time.
Yay! So our hero is getting back control. Except he's being blocked by the Grim Reaper and a ghostly form of Gregory.
Those are your memories of his world. Could it be that you don't want to return to your old life?
His memories of Gregory's world apparently create an astral umbilical cord.
We're like brothers, only closer.
You yourself chose to come to this world.
Well, how did he do that? Did he just stumble in with some dissatisfaction with life? Is this like a cartoon Silent Hill?
I am the part of your soul that longs for more.
For his desire to be in a cartoon Silent Hill?
Well, our hero chooses to sever the connection and is able to return home. Interestingly enough, his reality is shot in live action. So the world he entered was a fever dream of wacky boxy CGI characters? I mean, we did hear.
It's been such a long time since I've taken human blood.
But no other character is human, but our hero supposedly is. But then what was Gregory? It's almost implied that he was a reflection of our hero's desire to look for something beyond his mundane, boring reality. But Gregory has a mother, and he even tries fleeing from the house in Season 3. He's also not exempt from the zany wonders from the other characters.
Now it's your turn, Gregory.
What?
So Gregory is probably just a somewhat supernatural rat who's a little bit crazy.
Crazy?
Despite his return home, he finds, unexpectedly, that his life is dull and empty, with only responsibilities.
Dear, you're gonna be late for work.
Dear,
Dear,
All in all, it's just another brick in the wall.
And I guess everyone glossed over the fact that he's been MIA for 24 days. Well, gee. So despite his long, treacherous journey home, he decides to run away from it yet again.
Welcome back, my friend. Your room is ready for you, just like I promised.
And so he succumbs to his hellish Pixar funhouse, relinquishing his soul just for an ounce of freedom.
Get some rest, because this is your world now.
Wow, so that was peculiar. Just a little ditty on a macabre CGI cartoon that makes you question your motivation and psychology. Whew. But not that scary. So that's why I've put together a list of scares that are not so much scary here, but potentially are scary if they were executed somewhere else. So let's take a gander.
Gregory's intro. This is a perfect setup for a horror movie antagonist. We get the setting looking quiet, dark, and eerie, and then Gregory gives us a classic jump scare, talking in a way making it feel like every detail feels wrong, like him disappearing to prepare the room with a mysterious scream and then reappearing with a bloody face. There's a subtlety in how he talks that makes you feel uncomfortable, but not scared enough to run away. A feeling of being stuck or trapped due to social obligation, manners, or having no other choice can be chilling, especially the mystery behind the items in his room. What's beyond that window, or in that closet? Mystery outside the room. Or, heck, even all the other rooms. Not knowing works so much better than showing the audience because I can imagine something pretty terrible myself, but the possibilities. What other stories are here? This small space within an inn? Like Neko's misfortune. Imagine waking up in the middle of the night in your room to find your eyes and mouth sewn shut. Holy shit! I can only imagine the numerous stories that could be created for the other guests. What other grotesque and terrible ways are they made to remain trapped in Gregory's house? Can't escape. Partly due to your surroundings being uncomfortable but not reasonable enough to run away from yet, but also this inn has a supernatural way of keeping you locked in. Losing memories. Not only are you a prisoner, but you slowly forget who you are, losing yourself to a void of nightmares swallowed by the abyss. Guest soup. It's a classic setup. Where did the last guest go? We only heard a scream, but here's a suspicious soup and a missing gold tooth, which the guest was mentioned to have had in an earlier scene. After imagining the worst, we get clued in on the inevitable without seeing too much. Sometimes a small detail is all we need, like that urban legend with the hook arm. Judgment Boy. Silly design aside, imagine a powerful omnipresent entity following you with only the purpose to make you face your worst terror, your inner demons. Imagine another quirky character that drives suspense.
This place is cursed. Cursed.
Catherine. Erotica blood drainage. Yup. That's already a movie ready to be shot. Patented. Graveyard Run. After a seemingly friendly zombie saves our hero's life, he suddenly turns on you and wants your body. So now it's a first-person Grave Runner arcade simulator fleeing from a horde of the undead. I mean, imagine the zombies luring in the characters of The Walking Dead with false friendliness. Melancholy Surrender. Is freedom worth it? Could it be our doom? Well, our main character submits to the horrors just to feel a little bit of control, and it costs him his soul. This makes his fate seem inevitable, always a losing game, a catch-22.
And that's some good notes for future endeavors. Thank you for joining me in this adventure into wacky madness. Perhaps next time we'll look into something a little more gripping. I mean, the mouse here was creepy, but he's not nearly the scariest mouse that I've ever seen.